Hi, Cavs. I'm sure the last few days you've noticed the signs and banners in the hallway promoting kindness or not bullying. Today I'd like to share with you in a book talk a few of my favorite titles on this subject. The first book I'd like to share with you today is The Invisible Boy by Trudy Ludwig. Have you ever felt invisible? Do you ever feel like you're the last one picked at recess? If so, you'll understand how Brian feels. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Mrs. Carlotti has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Nathan has problems with what Mrs. Carlotti calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. Are you starting to see something a little bit different about Brian? How he looks a little bit washed out, starting to become invisible? When the bell rings for recess, Micah and JT take turns choosing kids for their kickball teams. The best players get picked first, then the best friends of the best players, then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. Poor Brian's just walking away, not chosen yet again. You think recess is bad for Brian? Imagine how lunch can be. Things go on much the same until one day a new boy joins Brian's class. Will he also treat Brian like he's invisible, or will they actually become friends? Read The Invisible Boy by Trudy Ludwig to learn how a small act of kindness can go a long way. The next book I'd like to share with you today is called Each Kindness by Jacqueline Woodson. Have you ever been unkind to someone you didn't even know, or maybe had someone be unkind to you and you weren't really sure why? If so, you'll understand Maya, a new girl that comes to Chloe's school in the dead of winter. Here's Maya on the first day at school. She's not dressed as warmly as her classmates. Maya's classmates go out of their way not to talk to her or play with her at recess. The kids call her Never New because she never has any new clothes or toys. The kids continue to ignore Maya. Then the next day, Maya's seat was empty. In class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Miss Albert had brought a big bowl into class and filled it with water. We all gathered around her desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out, away from the stone. This is what kindness does, Miss Albert said. Each little thing we do goes out, like a ripple into the world. This lesson on kindness makes Chloe start to think about the way she and her other classmates treated Maya, and she begins to wonder if she'll ever have a chance to make up for what she's done. To find this out and more, read Jacqueline Woodson's Each Kindness. The final book I'd like to share with you today is called Recess Queen by Alexis O'Neill, and it tells the story of how one unlikely student is able to take back the playground. Mean Jean was the recess queen, and nobody said any different. Nobody swung until Mean Jean swung. Nobody kicked until Mean Jean kicked. Nobody bounced until Mean Jean bounced. If kids ever crossed her, she'd push 'em and smush 'em, lollapaloosh 'em, hammer 'em, slammer 'em, kits and kajammer 'em. See those poor kids? They don't like they're having fun at all. Say what, Mean Jean growled? Say who, Mean Jean howled? Say you. Just who do you think you're talking to? Mean Jean always got her way. Until one day, a new kid came to school. Katie Sue. A teeny kid. A tiny kid. A kid you might scare with a jump and a boo. So what do you guys think? Is Katie Sue going to be the one that's going to come and save everyone from Mean Jean at recess? Well, I can't tell you right now. You're just going to have to read The Recess Queen by Alexis O'Neill to find out this and maybe even a nice way to deal with a playground bully. Thank you for watching my book talk today, Cavs. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about these titles on kindness. The Invisible Boy, Each Kindness, and The Recess Queen, that all have a theme of why you should be kind to other people. So I hope to see you in the library soon to check them out. And in the meantime, remember to always be a buddy and not a bully.